Good soldier, Rex.
Hold on, stream. Give us another minute. Yo, guys, welcome back to another podcast with Jake. Say hi, Jake.
What's up, guys?
Okay, so today we got more topics. This time we came a little prepared with just a couple. We don't have too many. We still gotta come off the top of our head. But first conversation starter. Everybody has arguments about this. Who shot first? Was it Han or was it Greedo? Which one?
Man, I generally think it's Han, since everyone most people think Han, but I mean, yeah, Han.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, if you just watch it, you can totally tell that if you look at his hand movement, the blaster, Han shot first.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Alright, so what do we all think about Hayden Christensen coming back to Star Wars?
Whew.
So I think that's, like, awesome, because I loved Anakin. He's the best character in Star Wars, in my opinion. His storyline's amazing, his just everything about him is just amazing. Sounds sus, but, you know, in general.
Yeah, he's good at acting. He portrayed Anakin probably the best way anyone could. I don't think anyone else could portray Anakin like he did.
Yeah.
I would say that Hayden Christensen coming back may returning fans, all those stuff. Altogether, I mean, him with I don't know his name.
Ewan McGregor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Close relationship they had, and that was just the um, what's it called? I'm just
The bond between
no,
the two.
I get chemistry.
Chemistry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's gonna make the
That's a big
acting
part.
better.
It's gonna be cool seeing friends, come back. It's gonna be awesome, dude. I'm just so excited to see Darth Vader again. We haven't seen Darth Vader since
I know.
2017 in Rogue One.
Especially in
So
live action, yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Hopefully, he still has his, kind of nice going to it. But he has to grow
Yes.
back his hair. He has to look like Anakin.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But second question. Ewoks, okay. Are Ewoks cute and furry teddy bear-like creatures, or are they vicious carnivores? Would you say they're really aggressive, or like really nice cuddly animals you would want to have as a pet?
It depends. If you're wearing white armor that looks like a stormtrooper, then maybe kind of vicious at you. I feel like they're vicious in general, but mostly cute, but vicious.
Yeah.
But just don't wear white armor, and they won't swing a what was it? It was a whole tree at you.
I don't know.
A whole tree at you. So.
Yep.
And shoot you with those
For sure.
arrows. What do you think, Jackson?
I think to be honest, I think that they are just cute little animals. I mean, they can be vicious if you provoke them, kind of like any animal, really.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like most of the time they would be just nice, cuddly animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my thought on the
In
topic.
general, that's what most people think, that's what they are, because especially girls, because they just think that little fluffy things like
Little
just
fluffy
cute.
thing.
Yeah. That's funny. That's a good question. So for our next topic, going back to the Obi-Wan series,
Mm-hmm.
What to expect from it? What do you think is gonna come out of it? What timeline
I
do you
feel,
think it's gonna
okay,
be?
It's going to fall. I think it might fall right after we stop seeing Obi-Wan in. So probably in the
In
middle
the-
of Rebels when Maul fights Obi-Wan, and after when Obi-Wan gives Luke to Uncle whatever.
Yeah.
So
I
I mean,
agree,
in the middle of that, and it might even go back as to before the Clone Wars, where Obi-Wan and Satine might give us a backstory on that. Give us more of a training
Yes,
point of view for Obi-Wan. The connection between Qui-Gon. Is it Qui-Gon or Qui-Gon?
Qui-Gon. Yeah.
Between
Yeah,
Qui-Gon Jinn
I-
and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I feel like they're going to make him more alive and more of an actual character than they did in Star Wars. Because he's a
Yeah.
great character, don't get me wrong. Probably top 3 for sure. But they didn't make him seem like a real human. Like, they made him seem like a Jedi, obviously. But they're going to give us more of a human, like, kind of an Anakin point of view. How he has feelings, he has emotions, and how he kind of bottles them up. So that he
I
can
see where you're
stay.
coming, because I was gonna
Yeah.
say, he's full human. I see the human in him. But I see
mean,
what
like,
you're saying
more
now.
of an emotional point of view. Like, he doesn't really
yeah,
show
like-
emotion.
Yeah, I want to see a Yoda
So.
series where Yoda falls in love with some 800-year-old woman, but that's
Some
something
witch.
else. I do agree. I think the Obi-Wan series to expect is going to be top notch, close to Revenge of the Sith. That's a controversial thing, but I mean, it's going to be up there, dude. They have to do something. They have to make it as good. If they don't, then that's gonna blow away all the other series, all other 6 series that are coming out, like Willow, then Lando, and all the other things. So, kind of have to make it top notch for the Star Wars fans to be really intrigued into what's going on.
Yes. Okay. Now, my next question is, a lot of Star Wars fans probably ask this a lot. What are the Stormtroopers' combat skills? Because they're thought it to be like the best of the best, but when it comes to it, they don't get the job done.
Sure, they're supposed to be I think that's the only problem with one of probably three problems with Star Wars at most. Is the terrible aim of stormtroopers. That's kind of weird. How if you have Darth Vader as your basically your top-notch man, your commander in chief as Darth Vader, you would think that you would get some more training because if you don't do well, he'll choke you to death and kill you.
Yeah.
But no, they kind of put that aside since the stormtroopers are kind of just like a side plot to them. I feel like they should do some more to them. I mean, like in what is it, Mandalorian? They did really well with the stormtroopers. They actually did okay that time, even though they still had a shitty game. They kind of still, did the job a little bit more than. Yeah, I would like to see an actual stormtrooper series or like a.
Yeah. See, like
the
the training.
Clone
of
Wars is mostly
a stormtrooper.
Ahsoka's point of view. I would like to see a clones or a stormtrooper's point of view.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's what we're gonna get in Bad Batch,
Yeah.
and that's actually our next topic right here. It's Bad Batch. What are we expecting from that, and when? So
Okay.
yeah.
We're gonna get more of Echo for sure. We're gonna see
Uh-huh.
Echo. We're gonna get
Yeah.
to. Hopefully it takes place
Yeah.
before that whole Echo situation, so we get more of a backstory, and then I have a feeling during Order 66, some of them are just disobey completely, like don't
Yeah.
even follow at all. Because I mean they're a bad batch as their names are. So my thing is maybe their chips are a little wonky and all that other stuff. So I mean you never know. With
Yeah.
Star Wars.
I feel like it's actually gonna be more like a, how 99 was, how he was like a, I mean, it's kind of hard because the one guy the sniper,
Yeah.
how he's so precise, there's no way he can be like a 99, just some type of janitor.
Yeah.
So, not sure about that, but I'm expecting, once again, top notch, probably 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 type of stuff, I mean, then once again, they have to keep it rolling. After the Rise of Skywalker and all the tough fans, they have to keep it rolling. Because if they're going to end with a good series and then we start wanting more, dude, people are gonna start producing more. So they kind of have to do that.
For sure.
Yeah.
But my question is so Jedi are like these. They're supposed to be these like the symbols of the light. Yet at the same time, is them supposed to be the strongest, kind of like the stormtroopers, supposed to be trained the best.
Mhm.
Some are just cast aside like nothing. Like they get treated like they are lower quality than other characters in the story. It's kind of confusing to me how they take such an important character and just throw it to the side like that.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, I mean, the people with Mace Windu. I mean, was it Kit Fisto? No, I'm not sure. But when they were gonna execute Chancellor Palpatine for treason, those Jedi just took one swing and then they were dead. I mean, they could have had such a more important like story behind them and like just more important role. I mean, Jedi's supposed to be all equal, seeing that Yoda trains with like 13 younglings at a time and all the same thing, so they should really have all the same skill level, trained by a 800-year-old green man. So, it's kind of weird. Not weird. I mean, I get it. It's more time, more money to invest in more in depth of a character. Make him more important. That's why I do feel like it. That's kind of a small thing that they changed. A small thing problem. It's not really like that would terribly make a difference in
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I
So
have another question.
yeah.
So at the end of the New Hope,
Mhm.
after the Rebel Alliance, or I guess more specifically Luke, has destroyed the
Mhm.
Death Star, there is a ceremony you know, like where Princess Leia awards both Luke and Han a medal for their efforts. But I mean,
Mhm.
Chewie walks up to the podium with them, where they receive their medals, and he isn't
And
given.
he
one of
doesn't
them.
get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, according, I'm gonna read this off of what is said about the movie. George Lucas says Chewbacca wasn't given a medal because medals don't really mean much to Wookiees, which is true. But that doesn't decide the fact of if he shouldn't, because that's like saying you're in war and you get a, I guess, a tag or whatever. I don't know what they get in war. I'm not a huge person about that stuff, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
I understand what you're saying.
they don't give him to him because he doesn't like them.
Yeah. I feel like Chewie's different. Most other Wookiees, I feel like, are kind of just animals. Seen in Clone Wars, that one episode where Ahsoka gets taken away, there's animals, you know, they like make weird noises, shoot things, and then they're done. And then they kind of love up on each other and stuff. So that's kind of like that type of feeling. But Chewie's kind of different. He actually has emotional attachment to Leia, Han, especially Han. Because, you know, Han kind of helped Chewie escape in Solo. So it's kind of weird how they didn't give him a badge. Even if that is the true storyline, it kind of just makes sense to give everyone.
He still got one though. Eventually, at the end.
Leia, when she was like 300 years old. I mean, rest in peace. Yeah, my bad. I mean, like rest. Yeah. So, yeah, when Leia was like 60 years old, yeah, he got it. That's awesome. But I feel like just giving it to him younger when he was a younger kid. I mean, that would have been better, in my opinion. But I agree they should have given him the medal, and yeah, that's that. So, so the rest of the the rest of the Star Wars series, like Willow, Lando, and what are the other ones? Here, let me just check
Vision,
real quick.
Rangers of the Republic.
Visions, Obi-Wan series,
Rangers of the
you
Republic.
know, Ranger of the Republic, all of those, and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I want to first talk about Ahsoka. That's gonna be. I feel like that's gonna be an amazing series. I think it's gonna be a 10 out of 10.
To do, though. It's gonna be extremely
But-
like they did get her in live action. Like, how
Yeah.
many movies in a row was it? Like 1 or 2.
One,
Show-
two,
I
two
guess
episodes in
episodes, yeah.
Mandalorian. So, I feel like for Ahsoka, it's actually gonna be quite hard, like you said, because they already have Clone Wars, which portrays her, her reality so well, and it's gonna be extremely hard, dude. Yeah, I feel like, actually had an aneurysm. What I was gonna say something. I mean, I feel like it's going to be very hard to do that because they have Clone Wars and
They got a lot on their plate to fill.
yeah. I mean, maybe after the part where Rex executed Order 66 and his chip got taken out, and they crashed the Venator, and after that, maybe we'll get a story from then to what they do next. But that's not really a long timeline from Rebels. I mean, that's maybe
But
20
and,
years.
I mean, maybe they'll also give us a bit of Ezra and Sabine in the Ahsoka series. They
Yeah,
might have
I
us-
guess, but it's gonna be mainly Ahsoka, and I feel like that's gonna be the main point of, because they can't do the younger version, because I feel like
They've already formed her.
that they've already portrayed her so well in Clone Wars. I mean, it's gonna be difficult, but I feel like they're gonna pull it off. They're gonna do something absolutely amazing. And yeah, what do you think about Ahsoka?
Well, everyone knows, but she's my favorite Star Wars character, hands down. I feel like they're gonna find a way to make us love her as a character even more, and just figure out a way to portray her how she is older than she is younger. Because, like you said, she's fully developed as a younger, like Padawan and forward.
Mhm.
And from, I think, the end of Rebels when she walked away from the fight against Vader, we don't really know anything at all, except for the fact that Sabine and Ahsoka went off to go find Ezra. But I feel like they need to capitalize on that eventually, even if they don't even do it in the Ahsoka series, if they make a spin-off show. But if they
Yeah.
did it in the Ahsoka series, my question is, how would they mix that? Because, like you said, it's going to be mainly about Ahsoka. That's why it's the Ahsoka series.
Yeah.
So I wonder
Yeah.
how they would mix that together, or if they'd find somehow to make it. Maybe they might make at the end of first season of Ahsoka series, they make kind of like how they did with Mandalorian, with the Book of Ezra, the Book of Sabine, or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Something like
yeah. Yeah, in general, I think it's gonna be extremely difficult, but we're probably not thinking outside the box of what's actually
Well, yeah, because that is
going to
Star
happen.
Wars. So, I mean,
Yeah, it
everything
is Star Wars. You
unexpected.
don't really. Yeah, I was expecting episode, what was it, 7? I mean, episode 7 to be absolutely amazing and stuff, but it was good, not amazing, but in Star Wars. So yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about parsecs for a minute.
Mhm.
So, Han always famously brags about how he made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
Mhm.
But most people discuss that parsecs are actually a unit of distance net time.
Yeah. Wait, for real?
Yep.
Dang, I was
'Cause
thinking it
there
was like
is a
12
safe,
parsecs and like 12 seconds across.
They were saying there's a safe 18 parsec route to Kessel through the what's it called, the Maelstrom, right?
Mhm.
But Han took a shortcut that was only 12 parsecs, which, I mean, he talks about it like it's time, but it's actually a measurement of distance.
That's a really interesting fact. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like most people that are confused with me are like 12 parsecs is like 12 seconds probably.
Yeah.
Or 12 minutes.
12
I
minutes,
mean, 12 hours, 12 days, 12 years. I mean, I don't know. But that is an interesting fact. How, damn, I wasn't even thinking of that at all. That's cool. So, my next topic is Clone Wars in general. I mean, let's just talk about for the last time. I mean, I know we're talking about Clone Wars a lot because
Well, it's amazing, so you
it's
can't really
just
get
amazing,
old of it,
yeah.
but
yeah, I feel like season 1 through 3, or 1 through 2 really, but 1 through 3. Let's just say 1 through 3. Was absolutely amazing, but animation for that time. I mean, everyone was freaking out like, dude, this is 2008, 2010, 2011. This animation is so good. And then what today is, this animation that we see, it looks like we just drew it on some flip book and then
like
we
poop.
just took a picture.
It looks like poop.
Yeah, but that's something. And then also, Mortis and all the one in the middle, the daughter and the son. Who do you think is the most powerful, considering that the son can't overtake on the dark side, and the daughter can't overtake on the good side, and then the father can't take either sides? So they're both constricted to holding their own place in space and time and their force. So what if they went full good, full bad, and full both? Who do you think? And considering that the ages of both of them, so the son is about, hold up. Mm-hmm. No. Alright. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so what was I saying? Sorry, my mom came in.
Okay, I'm just gonna continue on. Well, first of all, we know Anakin.
I know. So wait, hold up.
Anakin is stronger than both of them combined, because he tamed them in a way, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So, I mean, from my point of view, I would think that the son might be more powerful because he has the ability to turn Jedi into Sith.
Well,
He turned
yes, the
Ahsoka
only
into
reason
a Sith.
why he turned Anakin is because that was his future. He turns the people. So the daughter and the one in the middle, the father, is not supposed to show the future to anyone because once they see the future, they're in the future. You know, so to say. They're stuck in the future. They know what's going to happen. So that's why Anakin says that you know what I have to do to Obi-Wan. And that kind of hit hard a little bit too. But I mean, yeah, I feel like it's hard. I feel like the son is also powerful, but I feel like the daughter, yeah, the son's more powerful, I think. Daughter is very laid back. We don't see her powers much except deflecting lightning and lightning and force pushing it back to Mortis, the son. And that's all we get to really see of her, and she dies a tragic death saving the brother, I think it was. I'm not sure. I don't remember that part very well, but I do feel like the son is more powerful since we see the power of him not only turning into an animal like a bat. We see him use his force lightning. We see him use like basically force shield around him. You see him use his hands on a lightsaber to literally, you grab the lightsaber blade and took it down all the way to the handle.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, dude, how is that possible? Lightsaber's supposed to go through everything.
Yeah.
But the daughter, we don't see that much. The father
she's also
is
passive.
yeah. The
so
father
she doesn't have a really meaning to be. She probably could. I mean, she probably could do that. I wouldn't doubt it, but she just
she could. She has potential to be powerful than both of them, because the good side lasts longer, since the Jedi aren't more powerful than Sith, but they're smarter, they're more strategic, and in general, all around, they're just good. They're just good. Yeah, there's all around good. And then the Sith are very powerful, strong, and don't think clearly, because the Force really, the dark side.
In absolutes, they hop right to a conclusion. They think of, if this is the way it's done, this is how I'm gonna do it. They get one picture in their head and they're saying, I'm getting it done this way no matter what.
Yeah, I agree.
But Return of the Jedi. Let's talk about that for a minute. Anakin's Force Ghost, you know how it appears right next to Obi-Wan and Yoda, right? That's what it was. How come he's back as Hayden Christensen and like actual Anakin, and not as a burnt crisp potato chip, as he is?
Because I actually do have an answer for that. That's when he was in his prime. That's when he was strongest with the Force. So the Force was like, all right, we're gonna keep this in our memories. So whenever he passes away, this is what he'll turn into, a Force ghost. Since as Darth Vader, he was very strong with the dark side, but he wasn't connecting very well. He was very confused. He was really in withdrawal with his choices, but he knows if he was gonna go back to the light side that Palpatine would do something. So that's why he stayed as Darth Vader, but I feel like he was most clear a Jedi during his Jedi times as Hayden Christensen. And it wouldn't really make sense for him to be a burnt crisp with Jedi in the Force. It really, in my opinion, it makes a bunch of sense for Anakin to be a there instead of Darth Vader. Some people get confused.
Well,
I'm not sure
my
if you were.
initial
That was
thought
just
was
yeah.
that Anakin reverted to the look he had, like you said when he was last on the light side,
hmm
because he turned his back on the dark side when he threw the Emperor down the reactor core. Because he saved Luke, and I'm guessing they saw that if he hadn't redeemed himself at that moment, he wouldn't have had a Force Ghost at all. So since
Yeah.
he redeemed himself, he may have returned as a good-looking Hayden Christensen.
I guess that's one of 50,000 parts to it too. I just shit myself. Yeah.
What about midichlorians?
uh,
What are your thoughts on them?
midichlorians, dude. There's not really much to say about midichlorians, but I feel like I don't know. I mean, there's midichlorians. They're just different types of cells, I guess. You know how there's like red and white blood cells? It's kind of like what they have, like red blood cells, white blood cells, and also midichlorians. Since that's their type of way of saying that you have this percent of Jedi. Everyone has a percentage of Jedi. It's just that, or the Force. It's just that it depends how much they have. Because you can have like 30 midichlorian, 30%, like 30 midichlorians. That's nothing. You need thousands, hundreds of midichlorians to actually be fully connected with the Force and actually lift things and be clear and see the future and stuff like that. So that's what I think about midichlorians.
Well, I'm going to give you a quick little quiz. You're probably going to get some of these correct. Sorry, actually, probably all of them. So, okay, speed run. First, who are the only two characters who appear in every Star Wars movie?
Every Star Wars movie. That is.
Come on, dude. It's this simple.
Who would it be?
The robots, R2, C-3PO.
Oh my goodness, yeah, R2.
Who played Princess Leia? You know that one.
Carrie Fisher, yeah.
Who created Star Wars? You know that one.
I don't know, George Lucas.
In what year the original Star Wars film was first released?
1986.
I just had a stroke saying that right there.
1986?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which furry species lives on the forest moon of Endor?
I don't know, maybe them Ewoks.
How old was Yoda when he died?
846.
Okay. What happened to Anakin Skywalker during the Battle of Count Dooku? Or during the battle with Count Dooku?
What was that? I didn't fully hear you.
What happened to Anakin Skywalker during the battle with Count Dooku?
His arm got kind of
Ching chong.
chip chop.
Yeah. Who played the part of Commander Cody?
Oh. Is this supposed to be like Jango Fett?
Like the actual actor.
Oh, I don't know that at all. I mean, I don't really go into
I think
clones acting.
I don't know what it's. I don't know how to pronounce this. It was Temuera Derek Morrison.
Yeah. All right. I know. Yeah, I remember now.
What did? Oh wait, hold on. Crap. What did Luke Skywalker lose in his fight with Darth Vader? Everyone knows that.
His hand.
According to the Emperor, blah, 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 blah. What was Luke Skywalker's weakness according to the Emperor?
I remember him saying you're weak, but I don't remember what his weakness is.
Skywalker. Where did the Clone Wars begin? Not when, where?
Oh, Blue Crystal City, what is it called? Oh my goodness, I know, 100%. What is it called? Um,
All right, next question.
I don't know, but what I know from, I remember it's like some type of blue crystal city.
Yeah.
I
Why
don't
doesn't anyone
remember.
recognize R2D2 and C3PO?
Because they're just side characters. They're robots.
Does
they're
Obi-Wan forget that Leia is a Skywalker?
no.
Why doesn't Darth Vader sense anything about Leia?
Why doesn't he sense anything about Leia? It's a good question. Maybe she wasn't connected with the Force as well as Luke. He was probably clouded, just focused on Luke at the time, since he was really wanting to know that his son was still alive and stuff. I'm not 100% sure about 100% sure about that at all.
Okay, last question.
All right.
Why do some Jedi disappear after they die?
What do you mean? Like just fade away?
It's just poof, gone.
Like Ben?
Yeah.
Because they become one with the Force. I mean, some are more connected with the Force. Some others are just there to be there. I feel like, and also I feel like casting-wise, like I said, or just money, it's the main characters that go poof and go away. So, I mean,
Go
like
poof.
Luke on the Rock. I mean, that's just because he was a main character. But I feel like whenever you're extremely strong with the Force, like Luke, when he was literally cloning himself, which doesn't make any sense through the Force, and he basically did the reverse Flash. All right, he did the reverse Flash. And
So,
that's
okay, I lied. That wasn't the last question. The last question is actually, is Ben Solo? Did he turn into a Force ghost, right? Because he, yeah, okay. Okay, well, I'm out of questions. I can't think of any more.
All right. Well, I am thinking of something real quick. Season 7 of Clone Wars. We're going back to the Clone Wars section. I know I said we're done with Clone Wars after this, but I lied. It's probably another lie. We're not going to be done with Clone Wars. We're going to go back to this. What do you think of Season 7? Out of 10,
10.
what do you rate it?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
10
Yeah,
out of 10.
100%. I feel like seeing Darth Vader, how he looked, was exceptional. The stormtroopers were exceptional. Everything about that, the no music during him walking, all you heard was his breath, him walking on the snow, igniting Ahsoka's lightsaber, and looking up at the sky and seeing her bird above him, being like,
You know, I didn't notice that till the second time I watched that.
Really?
Yeah. I just thought he looked up.
Dang. Well, he looked up, saw a bird, because the bird's connected with the Force, since that was originally the daughter's bird. Fun fact. Since the daughter saved Ahsoka, and basically the daughter's Force bond went to Ahsoka, and then the bond between the bird and that ghost. I mean, like Force
Ghost.
soul, basically,
Bitch, I'm a
or just a
ghost.
bond. So
I can go on and on for days. I do the most. Okay. So that's all we got for today. That is all we got. So,
all right.
if you guys enjoyed this, let me know, and we can start doing a lot more podcasts. Maybe even on the daily. Maybe not. Possibly at least once every week. Like,
at the very least, once every
comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. I will be posting a montage sometime next week. Not sure yet.
Dang, I am going to be watching that stuff because I know our boy here is quite goated. He's making progression on keyboard and mouse. I've seen it. And yeah, you guys, you aren't ready for this, man.
Devour the prey.